Hey there, folks. I was sitting at my kitchen table yesterday, catching up on the news. Boy, oh boy, the stuff they're saying about the IRS changes. The media is making it sound like we're headed for some sort of a tax meltdown. And right on cue, wouldn't you know it, they slip in those ads for the tax software. Look, I'm just like you, probably drinking the same cup of coffee, dealing with the same bills, trying to make sense of it all. So let's talk about this. What's really going on here? No fancy stuff. The whole deal about Trump freezing IRS hiring and cutting 15,000 jobs, it's probably not exactly what they're making it out to be. You know how it goes. Kind of like when everyone got worked up with the new traffic circles that they're putting around here. And it turned out they're not nearly as bad as everybody thought they were. So here's the thing about those 88,000 IRS workers that everyone's talking about. That was supposed to happen over 10 years, not all at once. And get this, about half of those folks weren't even going to be auditors. We're talking about regular people answering the phones and working with computers that, if we're going to be honest, those computers are probably older than most of our cars. The way some folks are carrying on, you'd think the IRS is just going to disappear overnight. But that's not how it works, not by a long shot. So let me tell you about those $80 billion that the IRS got for that Inflation Reduction Act. Everyone made a big deal about it, right? The IRS said they were going to use it to update their technology. And believe me, they need it. Those computers that they're using, they're running programs from back when color TV was brand new. No joke, COBOL programming. But instead of fixing what's broken, they went ahead and hired a bunch of more enforcement folks. Now, I'm not going to say if that's good or bad. I'm just telling you what happened. And you know how those news people these days, they've got everyone thinking Trump personally walked into the IRS building and started tossing everybody's tax returns out the window? Yeah, I don't think so. The headlines are something else. IRS doom and tax system's going to collapse. Then right after that, they get you all good worked up. Here comes another commercial break. And it's like clockwork, right? First, they scare the living daylights out of you, and then they try to sell you something to fix the problem that they started in the first place. And before you know it, they're off to the next catastrophe, the big crisis. Will these changes probably slow things down at the IRS? Yeah, probably. Does it mean they're going to stop collecting taxes? Come on. We all know better than that. Oh, and here's something that's kind of funny. Remember when Trump talked about sending IRS agents down to work at the border? You can imagine this lady from accounting, right? Trading in her calculator for a patrol car? Yeah, neither can I. You know what a former IRS revenue agent named Michael Sullivan said about this? He basically said the whole idea is pretty ridiculous. I mean, think about it. These folks signed up to work with numbers, not chase anyone around in the desert. Look, here's what it really comes down to. And I'm just giving it to you straight. Yeah, this hiring freeze is probably going to slow some things down at the IRS. That's just common sense. And sure, maybe they could have spent that money better by fixing their outdated computer systems instead of hiring more people. But no, IRS agents aren't going to suddenly start patrolling around the border, and no, the tax system is not going to fall apart. But the one thing you can count on, the IRS is going to collect taxes. That's just how it goes. Only real difference you might notice is waiting on hold a little longer when you call them. And let's be honest, those wait times were already pretty bad. And you know what gets me? All these news folks getting everyone worked up, trying to get clicks and views. Meanwhile, if you need help with your taxes, you're better off talking to somebody like myself, an actual tax person, rather than listening to a talking head on TV, mostly trying to sell you something. That's really what I wanted to tell you today. No need to panic. No need to stress out more than you usually do. Just stay informed, use your head, and if you need help, talk to someone who actually knows what they're doing. Well, that just about wraps it up. Thanks for listening. I'm Josh with Best Tax Pro, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks.